back to the channel, guys. I'm Tommy the Hammer. Today on Neon Trash, we're going to be touching on a movie from the late 90s. Me and my buddies used to love this film back in the day, mainly because we thought Rose McGowan was hot. We had a crush on her. The first time that we ever actually saw her in a movie, I'd say, was the film The Doom Generation, an excellent underground kind of independent alternative movie from back in the day. And movies like that were all the latest rage in the 1990s, with directors like Quentin Tarantino and Kevin Smith making movies like Clerks and films like Trainspotting coming out. You guys know this routine. Check out that motherfucking trailer. Peep that shit, bitches, when we get back. You guys are going to know my opinion on Jawbreaker.
Popularity can be deadly.
I heard she choked on a jawbreaker.
That is so cool.
I don't think we've met, what with the cruel politics of high school and all.
From TriStar Pictures comes the battle of the babes.
It's hard. It's over, Courtney.
I am petrified.
Jawbreaker.
Our best friend is dead.
Do you have any idea what that means?
You were shooing for prom queen?
Rated R. In theaters February 19th.
So one thing the movie Jawbreaker does right is showcases the social hierarchy that high schools can sometimes have. It does a really good job of showing that some people are really hollow inside, and they have definitely these weird, nefarious intentions. And I gotta admit, I feel like Rose McGowan in this movie definitely steals the show. She's frightening, and it's kind of weird because she's the mastermind. She's the one that's kind of organizing everything. It's kind of realistic. I remember back in the day, me and my friends, we would pull pranks on each other like that. We would show up at each other's house and abduct one another or throw someone into the trunk of a car. And that's how it was back in the day. We were, angst-driven teenagers with a lot of time on our hands, and we could get into mischief. Well, the movie Jawbreaker touches on all these teenage hallmarks, things that people can probably relate to, but it adds a touch of death into the equation. Beneath the surface, there is a dark story here, and I guess you could say that, narratively speaking, it gets kind of in the way. It's at odds with everything else that's going on here. On one hand, you've got this dark story about a young girl being accidentally killed in high school. On the other hand, it's handled so comically. There's even moments in this movie where they have cartoon sound effects going on with these quick edit scene transitions, and you would be fooled into thinking this is a lighthearted and good time had it not been for the fact that a young girl was accidentally killed. There are shallow people. There are those individuals that judge each other based on surface level assumptions. And, it's unfortunate, it's sad, but it's also very realistic. In the wake of the Harvey Weinstein scandal and the Me Too movement with Rose McGowan, and Marilyn Manson's own skeletons in his closet, I can't help but watch a movie like this and take all of those details, all of those modern things, and put them into context, because I grew up during this era. I grew up, watching actress Rose McGowan and listening to Marilyn Manson's music and things like that. So it's interesting to watch this movie today in 2023. Alright guys, so I've said a lot about a movie that doesn't need a lot said about it, of course. So we're going to get right to the star count. And I was thinking about it when I was watching this film. I can only award Jawbreaker a 6.5. It's not a perfect movie. It was a nostalgia trip for me. The music, the actors, the the styles, everything going on in this movie just totally sent me back to that late 90s period. So it's perfect for someone like me. Whether or not a younger generation or someone today watches this film and gleans anything from it, well, if you do, awesome. If you don't, whatever. It's fucking Jawbreaker.